Welcome back to the spoken tutorial of Adobe PageMaker 7.0. In this tutorial, we'll be seeing the various functions of the control palette. We introduced you the control palette in the first session. For using and knowing more about the control palette, first we will have to select and make a new file. For that, go into the File menu, click on New, click on OK. As you can see, a new document has been created. The control palette is at the bottom of your screen. This is the control palette. The control palette will have two values written in it, X and Y. The X and Y are the measurements or the dimensions values visible on the screen. The place at which the pointer is there will show the X and the corresponding Y values. The X and the Y values shows us the place at which the pointer is currently positioned. For example, let us put our pointer to the topmost. When the pointer will be exactly at the 0, 0 point, the X and Y values will become 0 and 0. You can also modify the control palette. The modifying part will be covered later. The horizontal axis corresponds to the x-axis and the vertical axis corresponds to the y-axis. For example, if I place my pointer here, it is around 2.9086 inches away from the 0 corresponding on the horizontal axis or the horizontal ruler, and at a distance of 6 inches in the vertical direction. We will also now see the different options available in the control palette for the different drawing tools. As covered in the previous tutorials, we will draw a couple of tools from the tool palette. For example, let us first see the rectangular tool. Go on the pointer menu and click anywhere on the rectangular menu. To select the rectangular tool, click on the rectangle box. As you can see on the control palette, it shows you everything about the rectangle that you have drawn. The first thing comes is the shape. The next thing that we can see are the X and the Y values. The X and the Y values shows us the beginning of the rectangular box. For example, the X corresponds to around 2.422 inches and the Y corresponds to around 3.953 inches. The another thing that we can see for the rectangle is the width and the height of the rectangle. The width is around 2.422 inches as seen from the control palette, and the height is around 1.86 inches. We can also see the tilt of the rectangle which is drawn from the dialog boxes. The next option we'll be seeing in the control palette is the circle. Go on the pointer menu, select the circle, the shape will appear and the starting X and Y values will appear. We'll be also able to see the width and the height of the circle, similarly the tint of the circle. In this way, the control panel almost helps us to understand each and every shape, each and every object that we have drawn on the drawing toolbar. The drawing toolbar is again a very beautiful option to paint and draw objects. The control palette makes it even more beautiful and better to understand. Thank you.